This will be kind of the advanced section, and let me show you how the lead part would go. Say if you're playing with a friend or something, and you have like another guitar player, so you're not having to do everything by yourself. And again, this is pretty close to the recording. I try to get as close as I can, but then after a certain point, do your own thing, because then all the fun goes away if you're just trying to copy every single thing. Then you get I kind of get the general idea, and then I'll just throw in my own thing after a while. It kind of morphs into my own thing after a while. So we're still going to have these two notes here, and then so this right here is a G, and I'm kind of hybrid picking these two strings. So we're going to have okay, we'll do that for you one more time. Okay, let me do this really slow for you. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so kind of let me show you a little bit what's going on there. So this is just a G6 9 right here. Okay, so we're just using these two notes. I'm hybrid picking the top two notes, and then this is a G right here. This is the third. So I'm just doing kind of a cool little lick. So. And again, think of this as a G major scale. Okay, that's what I'm saying. If you haven't learned the G major scale, this part playing it this way is going to be a little bit tough. Okay, that's why I'm calling this the advanced section. So let me do that again for you real slow. I'm kind of palm muting down here. See, so we're playing right out of this little section right here. If you think of a G major pentatonic right here in the first position. Then back to this. Okay, so then that'll get you the intro. And now let me just show you some of the what should I do next? I'll show you some of the chords I like to do if you're more advanced and you're doing the bar chords. So I like to do these ninth chords. Heartache number one was when you left me. I never knew that I could hurt this way. Heartache number two was when you came back again. Now I've got heartaches by the number, troubles by the score. Every day you love me less, each day I love you more. Heartaches by the numbers, love that I can't win. But the day that I stop counting, that's the day my world will end. Okay, so these are just what's going on here with this is I've probably shown you this in another video if you've watched my previous videos. This is basically a G ninth right here. Okay, if you play a G chord, this you do a G major scale. If you have any questions about this, email me, and especially if you're one of my students, we can go over this. I talk about this a lot in the lessons, but this is your root, this is your third, your sixth, and your ninth. You can see how they just stack right on top of that. It's really cool. 3, 6, 9. Okay, so this is a G seventh right here. Here's G. Here's G7. That's your seventh right there. Okay, the third string or the fourth string. I'm sorry. Now put your first finger on the ninth. Okay. There's a perfectly fine G ninth, but I like to play it like this. Put my second where the first is and put the third back in. You have to remember that your root is right here, okay? So, but this sounds cool, but you're going to go here, G sharp 9, and then to the G ninth, and then you can bring your pinky up, and then to your C chord. Then when you're on your D, this is a D sharp 9 to a D ninth. You can always throw your pinky in up here. You know, make it sound really cool. Okay, and then this other thing that I did. This is a G sharp diminished, A minor 7th, D ninth, and D flat 9. Okay. And again, if you're one of my students, the chord sheet has all these chords on here, I'm pretty sure. So again, you know, you don't have to do that turnaround, but sometimes, you know, when you're playing with your buddies and stuff, you know, after a while, just playing these 3 chords and they get really old, okay? So, so that's kind of fun stuff to do. So all I did up here, this is just a C6. You can throw a lot, we talked about this in Hey Good Looking. So you can throw in a lot of these 6th chords. Okay. So let's see what else. You could even do this little thing, instead of doing this diminished chord here, here it is right here. So remember, diminished chords repeat every 4th fret. I can bring it down here if I'd like to. Okay. So now, if I'm going kind of faster, I'm just throwing out just a bunch of ideas and just showing you my little secrets, my little things that I like to do. You know, so again, it's going to be a little bit fragmented, but you know, take what pieces you like and you know, use them. If it's too silly for you, just throw them away. But this is kind of fun to do right here because you can be on the G. Okay, there's the G sharp diminished. Instead of doing an A minor 7th here, I'm going to go down here and a D 7th here. So you could have that. Now this is a D 9, a D sharp 9. those are some fun chords you could throw in there. You don't have to do the turnaround, but if you're playing by yourself or you want to do something jazzy, this sounds really good. I can tell you if you play in the band and you throw in these ninth chords and some of the sixth chords, sounds really cool. Okay, so it will really make the band sound just really classy as opposed to just playing, just the old cowboy chords as I call them. Okay, so now onto the lead part. I'll show you a couple things I like to do on the lead. One thing you can do is I always show my students these little shapes here. So you want to learn this off your G scale. And you can do a little bit of hybrid picking. Get used to this pattern right here. You have you're starting with this shape here. Okay, now you're going to do 2 more of these shapes, 2 more of these. So say it's time for a lead. Okay, so again, that's just using these little, you've heard this before, like on, same kind of thing. You could go down this way too. So I'm thinking of a C chord right here. Okay, so from the top. See, that's just the G right there, just ends on the G. So then the other thing that I like to do too is getting back to these sixth chords. This is kind of fun to do. So what we're doing here, if you think of a G chord, okay, and then remember I was telling you could play sixths in here, a sixth chord. So this is the sixth chord right here. So we're putting our pinky, okay. If you think of this sixth right here, if you go like this is a chord I could never play. But if I was to practice some more, but I normally just use the top part. But this is just to show you that this is actually a D, it's an E minor, okay? And this is what's kind of known as, in piano, this is known as plurality. Basically, it's a chord within a chord, okay? So this is D minor. But if you look here, this is actually a G sixth right here. So going along with that, you know that this is an E minor down here. Well, why not play it up here? Okay. So what I'm doing for a lead part, and again, I'm not even playing the melody. I'm just kind of playing jazz, I guess you would say. That was kind of the big thing. Back when jazz first came back out, I was reading about Django Reinhardt, and back in the 30s and 40s, or around that time, people would be offended because the guy, would start playing the lead to the song and he wouldn't be playing the song anymore. He'd start jamming on jazz, and people were offended because, hey, he's not playing the melody, So, but the whole thing about that is if you play the first part of the melody and then towards the end, just make up some stuff. Nobody knows the difference. And of course, for us musicians, that's fun because it's fun to play the pentatonic scale. So that's kind of what I'm doing here. This little lead part here, it's really not even the melody. So, you've got that, but the day that I stopped counting That's the day my world will end. I guess it would be nice if you could see what I'm playing up here, wouldn't it? So, oh, okay, so. Okay, so let me show you what I did. So this is an E minor, which is the same as playing a G6. I'm just throwing my pinky in there. Then when it goes to the C, okay, I'm thinking of a C major pentatonic scale right here. Then it's going to go to a D. I'm going to do the same thing. But here is my G major pentatonic scale right here. Okay, so then that's kind of all there is that I'm going to do on that today, because I know that's a lot of stuff. But you know, just take those little tidbits. You know, if you're a little bit farther advanced, you know, take those little bits and pieces. I picked them up from other musicians along the way. You know, lots of fun stuff. I'll show you one more. Heartache number one was. So, see that when you get to this C, then okay, so that's another cool lick too. Okay, now here's one last. I'll promise this is the this is the last one. See, when you start playing this way, and I encourage you to do this. I mean, this is why, you know, if you just, you know, start doing your own thing, play around, experiment, you just come in to one idea after the other. Okay, so this is yet another idea, and I could probably go on for hours if I keep sitting down with this. But think of a G7 like this. Here's a G7. Okay. Remember, it's just like a D7 shape. If you take your D7 shape, hop it up a string, that's A major 7th. Hop it up again, that's a B 7th. Hop it up again, that's an F sharp 7th. Here's G7th right here. Okay, so I'm here. See that? So I'm here, G7th. Then so I can do that little walk up. If I can do it right. Okay, so anyway, so this ended up being a super long video, but there was just lots of little fun things I wanted to put in there. So I hope you enjoyed that, and please feel free to leave a comment, and if you have any questions on that, or you know, if some of the stuff, if I went through it too fast, just, you know, send me a message, and maybe I'll drill down a little bit deeper and explore this a little bit more, because I don't mind. All these chords are just so much fun, and the little scales you can fit into these old country tunes. They're so much fun. I just really love them. So anyways, folks, please feel free to subscribe if I didn't scare you away on this video, and I really appreciate you watching, and be sure to go by and visit my website and give me some likes if you ended up liking it. So anyways, thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye-bye.